Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scotty's Side. Thank you for joining me this week. This is where we teach the tenets of Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course that teaches men how to get more tail for less money. Just as importantly, we teach women how men think. I am your administrator of Leykis 101. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm naming this series Redpill Recollections. And this is episode 1, Tom Leykis, the father I never had. I got so much here I want to talk about. I actually made some notes today. These kind of go over the basic tenets of Leykis 101. But first I want to talk about how I came across Tom. That's going to be point number 1. After I take my sip here. Vodka. That's what I like. So, I found Tom through YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. A few years ago. Probably through other Redpill and MGTOW creators. He probably showed up on the sidebar or something like that. And, through the suggestions or whatever. And started listening and listened to a lot of his broadcasts from back in the day. Which was, 15 to 20 years ago, right? I mean, I know he's been on the radio a lot longer than that, but most of the stuff from when he was down at LA, that's the stuff that I got introduced with. So there you go. Yeah, I listened to as many clips and episodes as I could. I really delved into Tom and his teachings, Leykis 101, his tenets, as he likes to call them. His message instantly clicked with me, as he said kind of what I had always been feeling and thinking. Just I was never able to put it into words. I'll probably make a video of like how I came across the red pill and how it affected me, and how I always had it like a natural instinct, if you will, of how to treat women, but I'd always been taught my whole life, no, you gotta treat women nice and be super romantic and all that garbage. And so, listening to him, I was like, yes, awesome, that's exactly what I was thinking. So, there's that first part. Now, that's the history of how I got into him. Let's go over the basic tenets of Leykis 101. This is going to be most of them, probably, but some might be missing, but whatever. Alright, let's do this. Number 1, do not spend money on dates. He always said no more than $40. 0 is optimal. This is very true, in my opinion, from the scant amount of dates that I've been on. I usually don't date. I go and meet people somewhere, and then we hook up. Usually, that's kind of how it goes. I've been on a date or two recently-ish, in the last few years. But that was like the last dates that I went on, and most of the time it's just kind of a hangout at someone's place. But more on that, she already decides whether she's going to sleep with you within the first 30 seconds. I think we all know that. Buying more for her will not change her mind. That's, yeah. 3-date rule. If you haven't had sex by the 3rd date, she is not sexually attracted to you. If it hasn't happened by then, the effort isn't worth it, and it's time to kick her ass into the uprights. I love that phrase, kick her ass into the uprights. Oh, Oh, that's one of my favorites from Tom. I love it. Next, never date single mothers. Yeah, I've done this. He is so right about not doing that. Oh my God, is that just a bag of garbage that she just takes with her everywhere, and you got to deal with it. Luckily, I didn't have to deal so much with it, and I only saw the kids maybe here and there, but still, just something you don't want to deal with. But yeah, single mothers have already made one or more mistakes, having to deal and work around their little crumb crunchers. I love that name. Is a pain in the ass and a complete waste of your time. And if you get them pregnant, they're more likely to keep the kid, and you're on the hook for child support for the next 18 years. Fuck that. Next, never ever date women you work with. I have had many personal experiences with this, and it has always ended badly. Always. And it makes it uncomfortable. You can't focus. Fuck that shit. Dipping your pen in the company ink will lead to disaster. You do not want some bitch to run her little ass to HR when you say something she doesn't like, or you did something she doesn't like in an attempt to get you fired. You don't need that drama. You're at work. Keep your private life out of it. Next, condoms, always. Yeah, I've broken this rule many times. I've had some scares, but I'm getting better with this. And I do use condoms all the time, and you do get used to it. Big secret, guys, just don't jack off. And even with the condom on, it still feels really good. So, and always use your condoms, never hers. Don't trust her in her condoms. She can do goofy things like poke holes in them and stuff like that. Just don't even go there. Dating is sex. If you're dating without having sex, you're just a friend. One of his more just beautiful phrases. Dating equals porking. It is so goddamn true. Next, never bring her back to your place for sex. Yeah. You do not want these crazy bitches knowing where you live. You really, really don't. If you're picking up a girl at a bar when they're open, or some other, place like that, you don't want these psychos knowing where you live. Always go to her place when you're done. Tell off Big Jim and the twins and get the hell out in time for Sports Center. No cuddling, no spooning, no staying overnight. Do not give her any reason to believe you're interested in the relationship. Why don't we go to brunch? I've had that. Ugh. Now, I break this a little bit because I do like to cuddle a little bit. Just for a little bit. I give them some rubs on the head and kiss, but then I get out. Next, no answering the phone on the weekends if you know it's a girl. Let it go to voicemail. Be busy and have things to do. If you aren't busy, pretend you're busy while you start working on getting busy. Another thing he says is, unless it's a guarantee that you're going to get sex. If I do hear from a girl on the weekends, I do ignore it unless I know I can get some ass. And then I will be like, get over here, I want some ass. No serious relationships under 25. No marriage until under any circumstances. If you must marry, not until after 30 and not without a prenup. I wish I'd have known this. I wish I'd have heard of Tom when I was that age. I would not have gotten into relationships. I would have just screwed around. And it would have saved me a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of heartache. Next, women and cell phone use. If a woman answers her phone during a date, get up as if you're going to the restroom and leave immediately. Reason? You're not the priority. Also, we're paying for her exclusivity. which includes her attention. So the person she's talking to is either going to hook up later with whoever's on the other end of the phone, or it's the babysitter, and we all know that means a single mother and should not be there in the first place. Never buy women gifts. Never compliment women, unless it's the backhanded compliment, which works, or the underhanded compliment, whichever, you know. No coffee, breakfast, or lunch dates. You agree to that, you're assuming that you are not expecting sex. That is very true. Instead, it shows you want commitment before she puts any skin in the game, or she'll see you as a friend. This has happened to me more than once. You can't be afraid to take the L and move on, my friends. Eat a meal before going on a dinner date. Order a small green salad and say something like you're watching your weight. What girl would order a bigger meal than you? If she does, she's not the kind of girl you want to be with, and she's not worth it, dating-wise. All right. This is my personal favorite. We save the best for last. Be a jerk. Be an asshole. This last one is probably the most effective for me. In reality, this means act in your own self-interest at all times. Put yourself first. Never put a girl's interests ahead of your own until and unless she's earned it. There is probably one woman in my life that has earned this kind of thing, where I'm not always a jerk and a-hole to her, but I am sometimes, and you have to pull it back, and you have to chase, because she's very invested in whoever she's with. She's invested with, and if you pull away, she doesn't want to lose that investment. So doing that helps keep it. It helps keep the spark alive. It really does. If you don't act this way, she'll think she can walk all over you and treat you like shit. And we all know, guys, that the nice guys don't finish. The nice guys finish last, and they don't get laid. And when it comes down to it, we're guys. We want to get laid. That's the whole purpose of going out with you, meeting up. We just want to get laid. Guys who put others first and give and give and give don't get laid. They get used and get taken advantage of. When we get called a jerk or an asshole, we wear that like a badge of motherfucking honor. You know? You bet I'm a jerk. You bet I'm an asshole. That's what gets me laid. Alright, my friends. That's it. Thank you for checking out, tuning in to episode 1 of Redpill Recollections. Tom, Leykis. I love you all. Take care. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.